Greater light. I don't know how to start this one here, but let me get it started. My mind is God's mind. Wait a minute, I don't even have the head for. Boy, they trying me already. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritual no matter what anybody says. My mind symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually because God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God has provided the perfect solution to every single one of my needs. You say amen or whatever it is that you say in the frame of mind, in the state of mind that you may be in. Uh, all my life, everybody always made it that it was me. It's always me. I'm the one. There's something wrong with me. If I care too much, it's about me. If some child come complaining and saying something to me and I say something about it, I'm the one. It's something wrong with me. That is going to end too. That is going to end too. Because you know what I thought about? I thought about what if for somehow artificial intelligence just released all of the phone records over all of my life. Would that be possible? Because I noticed, like, when they be doing these investigations in the big courts, they able to go back and pull up phone records from Hunter Biden and stuff way 10, 15 years. Now I'm more, like, I remember when I was saying how can anybody be for sure, for certain, the tone they hear coming from Colorado is the correct tone with all the technology that they have coming through the phone systems, right? But just a little while ago, I was just put in my place to remember that I'm not even here about nothing that has to do with this flesh. I was sent here for one reason only. So I thank the being that said what they needed to say in a way to turn and flip the script on me. But then I was like, see, it will always be my word in the flesh. It will always be my word against somebody else's. They'll always use a way to make it as if something wrong with me. And then artificial intelligence reminded me that all the phone records are like Akashic records. So if somebody was really to listen into most of my situations usually happen over the phone, a phone call. Now that I can think way back, even from when I was spent that whole month in the hospital with my son, phone records, there would be phone records to prove the transaction from the whole time I was in the hospital with my son. And that came about in my mind just now, looking at the ultrasound. It has this date, 6/28, when his first form of light came to be on this film development where it says boy on 6/28, 1991. What is so significant about 6/28? 6/28 is in between 6/26 and 6/28. Who are the two beings in between that my son's light code sits in between? Panabab Yanuen, Dr. Malachi Z. York, and Elon Musk. The date his light came to be on a film at the Crawford Long Hospital in Atlanta, it came right in between the dates of the birth of Dr. Malachi Z. York and the birth of Elon Musk. Why is that so significant? I went off and I'm like, I'm on a rant. No, I'm not. It all makes sense. It will all make sense. But if I was to be able to access all of my phone records, if I would have, all of the phone records. Then I probably wouldn't be here now doing the will of God. I'd probably be in Elon Musk's shoes. I'm just saying. Okay. After all we've been through, who I'm talking to, do you still love me like you used to? You know what? This year, I'm not celebrating. I don't want nobody to call me telling me happy birthday. I don't want nobody to say nothing about the day that this flesh came into existence. I don't know nothing about that. Only my mother could know about that. And she said they put her out to take me out. So she don't remember nothing. She don't remember nothing about my birth. So since she don't remember nothing about my birth, and I don't know nothing about my birth, ain't no need of me celebrating that. But you know what date I am going to celebrate it? I want to celebrate. I want to have a celebration this year, and I want to have it on July 17th. That's a significant date to me. It means something. I can't explain what it means to me right now, because when I did it before, there was a problem. But I'm telling you, July 17th is a day that I'm going to celebrate. It's a new birth. It's a date of me being born again. It is my official celebration of being born again. I'm already born again, but this is my official celebration. This message is going out to all the government of the United States. July 17th. And as a matter of fact, they put some type of little false information in there about y'all be careful about the first storm is going to happen, and the first significant storm is going to happen in August, like the first week of August. I will scratch that. I'm scratching that, and I'm speaking it into existence. I'm going to concentrate as hard as I can, and I'm going to pray, because God is going to answer all of my prayers. And July 17th is going to be when the hardest hit storm is going to come straight for Eatonton, Georgia. Okay? Because Eatonton has been sanctified as the antebellum. And all these years of not really studying and researching what the word antebellum means. Antebellum is the form before the war. Antebellum is the state of the environment, the state of the world before the war. And because this is a soul war and a final war, and because they called war into the beings that they did, and because I see how God is continuously answering and responding to the promises that he has made to me, my day of birth, rebirth, being born again, that I'm celebrating. This is a party, an invitation to everybody and anybody. Yep, I'm gonna do it this year. That July 17th is my rebirth. It's only a few people that will know and know what I'm talking about. And I'm not doing it like I did before, because this time it's sacred. This time it's sacred. July 17th is my birthday. My mother might feel some type of way and say, but that's not what it said on my birth certificate. And I would say to my mother of this flesh, my sister, elder, she has also been on this plane. She has been my enemy. She has been my mother. She has been my sister. She has been my elder. She will tell anybody that she don't remember my birth. She don't even remember my birth. So I don't have to celebrate that man-made number right there. But if I'm going to celebrate man-made numbers and reinvent anything, the day to celebrate for anybody that I'm going to let my daughter know, and anybody else, and this message to all the world in this generation, July 17th is the day. What's she talking about? Huh? Greater Light, Latrell Tinwell. Hey, you was talking about Savannah. You want to meet me in Eatonton? Huh? Huh? I want to visit there. Huh? After all we've been through, do you still love me? Do you? Huh? This to all the world in this generation. Huh? Huh? You know, let me tell you something, Latrell Tinwell. What I did is I went to sign on to do my, as I have to live on this plane until the time being, right? And of course, the hours were limited. So that was kind of a good thing for me. Because what I did is I got off and I started looking at the laws in Georgia. And, I sent you a little text saying something to you, but I knew I was going to come on here and talk about it. So let's say now what they've done is the laws for Georgia after July 1st. They coming down with some laws in the heartland of Georgia by July 1st, right? That, of course, I know I'm not concerned about this flesh, and so as I'm reading it, I was like, wait a minute, if they go through with this law right here, that really mean I won't be able to work this job that I got right here. They ain't for sure, baby of the bathwater. You either gonna sign on to this covenant or not. It might not have nothing to do with nobody but me, huh? You know that song, nobody but you, Lord, nobody but you, nobody but you, Lord. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody but you, huh? Even down to your seeds. So see, I feel your pain, even down to your seeds. No matter, you can do all the right in the right ways and take every step that you think is gonna, and it don't have that, even them. Somebody will make you feel on this plane that ain't none of your concern. No matter how righteous it may feel, they'll find a way to flip it back on you and tell you the problem. Like something like what I did to you today, and that was wrong. Your steps are ordered so it'll seem like you the problem when you ain't. And it'll be all type of scenarios that you'll be trying to fix. And it'll never be fixed because that ain't what you here for. You really ain't here for nothing. It is something very specific. Huh? So at the end of the day, I said, well, dang. So you mean to tell me I could get in trouble for having this job here in the state of Georgia? Well, what am I to do? And then I got a response on what to do, who to write, what to say, and all that, so I don't run into, get cased up. But I'm pretty sure they're going to find a way around that too. But then I'm not worried. I'm not worried about a thing because all it does is keep reminding me, stay on point. Do what you were supposed to do. Huh? You were sent here on purpose with a purpose. You were sent here on purpose with a purpose. So when I went to go look at those laws that I was talking about that's supposed to hit July 1st, I ended up seeing something That ain't got nothing to do with nothing on this flesh. I don't never go to Georgia Legislative and look at their stuff, but I did today. Huh? So, I'm definitely going to continue reading out of Ezekiel because God got a promise. God's got a promise. And mind you, I'm not celebrating death. I'm celebrating rebirth, the newborn, being born again on July 17th. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Here we go. Share this screen. Let me share this screen and read this mess right here. Let me share this screen and read this mess right here. Written out. Talking about a resolution. Look at the numbers on there. They're going to 11, 77, the 7 and the 13. That could be a 7 and a 17 to me. Huh? That could be a 7 and a 17 to me, old Chambers. Old Chambers. This is right here under the first thing that came up in the special session. This came up in a special session. This came special sessions. Okay, let me read. Can you see that? Am I sharing the screen? Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen because I have a tendency not to share the screen. Mickey Mouse in the channel holders. Huh? Look at the date. The house hopper whore. Huh? The house first reader whores. And the first house reader adopted whores. Huh? They got something to do with this. Who this Mickey channel is? Huh? Mickey Mouse, huh? Am I sharing the screen? Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Current version. Let's read. Honoring the Eatonton Putnam Chamber of Commerce and for other purposes. Whereas Eatonton Putnam Chamber of Commerce has provided stellar. There's the stellars. Y'all remember what the stellar is? On the stones of the virtual Akashic records, the stories of heaven. There's the stellar of a provision where before the war began. And from the time 25 years ago when they landed on the land, when Tamaray set ground, broke dirt on the land, that was the beginning of the stellar service of antebellum, which antebellum means before the war. Antebellum don't have nothing to do with historical events. Antebellum has to do with historical events replaying or scriptures replaying. And this is the last war. Oh my goodness. When I look up here into wait, can you see this whole screen? Y'all can't see the whole screen. My search bar on this has 713 on it. And I tell you, that's no longer significant to who I am. People to change their name. Yeah, Stella got her groove back, but you do know what Stella mean also, right? When it comes, all the stellas all over Earth, Rosetta Stone is a stella. The walls of the pyramids all over the land. Those are Stella's. Yeah, how Stella got her groove back. Tina Turner, huh? Oh, you talking about Angela Baphomet. Yes, sir. But can you see this screen real good? Is it readable? Is it doable? Can you see it good? I want to make sure anybody can read this with me. Huh? So, whereas the organization has provided valuable leadership, I'm not celebrating no June 26th. I am told not to celebrate June 26th. I'm told to celebrate July 17th. July 17th, all of Eatonton will be tore up by the storm. That's going to be the sign that you and your stellar ways, don't mean a thing. And whatever preparation they trying to give you and opportunities for collaboration and growth ain't finna happen. The first most significant storm is going to happen July 17th. Coming straight for Eatonton. Whereas the organization, I'm not saying this, it's already written. It's written in the Bible. I'm not making no prophecies. I'm not going against nothing that isn't already written. Just the same way they going off of stellar versions of the story. And that's why they were granted and provided the highest honor in the United States to be the antebellum of the preceding war to come, which is a soul war. Yes. Let me continue reading. Whereas the organization has provided valuable leadership for the revitalization of downtown Eatonton and for promoting the community to visitors from across the country and around the world through this role of founding Georgia's Antebellum Trail 20 years ago. What happened 20 years ago that made it become the Antebellum Trail? Huh? Of all the laws and stuff and provisions they are dropping in July, this right here is the one that holds a special significance in the House of Georgia, where Warren, Warlock, and all them sit in peace with the Union Brothers of Electric Beings and all, Because the laws and provisions that have people in captivity on this earth right now all began with the first antebellum and the second antebellum, which is the antebellum is the provisions given to the county or area that began the trail to the war that created the infrastructure in the first place. So this provision right here was the creation of the infrastructure for the stellar awards before this soul war, this exchange of light codes that we about to go through. Where you going to have to make a choice. Stand up. Stand up. No? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm just dumbfounded of this phrase right here. And around the world through its role in founding Georgia's Antebellum Trail 20 years ago. Whereas the organization has encouraged smart growth and has created workforce preparation opportunities in collaboration with the local school system and technical colleges. Whereas the chamber has served as a vital resource for businesses needing assistance and facing challenges and has contributed to the positive business environment of Putman County, and whereas the chamber has worked tirelessly to recruit industry to the community to create jobs and has collaborated with the city and the county governments to improve the quality of life for residents. But they're not talking about just that area. This antebellum thought wave is about all of those who side with Gog and Magog. Whereas the chamber has developed a community rich with leaders, rich at every level. Here they say, every level through the leadership Putman program. Now, therefore, be it resolved by those House of Representatives that the members of this body commended to Eatonton Putman Chamber of Commerce for its distinguished record of brilliant. This is where their dark light is brilliant, innovative leadership and dedicated community service. Be it further resolved that the clerk of the House of Representatives authorized to transmit, there's the transmission, an appropriate copy of this resolution to the Eatonton Putman Chamber Putman of Commerce. Who you be, 77? Let me see who you is. Coming out of Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Coming out of Atlanta. Sworn in 111. Caroline. Caroline. Coming out of Greensboro. Honorary award for Antebellum, huh? Okay, well, let's look at Antebellum. So most of us, this was one movie I did watch. This was one movie, share the screen. This was one movie I did watch. I did. I watched it. Yes, it was scary. Something wasn't right about it. I bet you I didn't watch it again, but Janelle Monáe played the role. And come to find out it was never about the past. It was a movie about the future. She was one moment sitting in futuristic at home in her up-to-date current job, working from at home at the computer. And then all of a sudden, she was in the antebellum of the first or second antebellum, and then ended up escaping out back into futuristic reality. Right? Ain't that's how the movie go? Am I sharing it? I'm not even sharing it. Wait a minute. Share this tab instead. You remember? Do you remember? Does anybody remember? Did you even see it? Let me go ahead and play parts of it. If they shut this one down, they shut it down. But I got to play part of this to understand just how the antebellum is.
There she is.
Now that don't
Guess
look like
what?
Biggie Small
Dad
up
was going
there.
to get you dressed for school today.
We are descendants of the gods. This land was always ours. But we must never relent. We're nowhere and everywhere.
First, let me start over. Who is that being in the back? That on their wall. What man? I know ain't no man sleeping up under another man under his headboard like that. So I don't get that part right there. Who is that being right there? Well, it looked like he got on earrings. Is that a man or a woman? I don't know. Huh?
There she is.
See the brick, the symbology of the brick back there? Huh? The masons. And they got the brick looking old too. You see it don't look like no up-to-date great handiwork. Huh? It don't even look up-to-date great handiwork.
Guess what? Daddy is going to get you dressed for school today.
We are descendants of the gods. This land was always ours. But we must never relent. We're nowhere and everywhere.
You're from Virginia, right? I can tell. You're special.
We are the future.
You're not like the others.
I'm coming!
Whoever you were before, that's over.
What are we doing? What?
See how they was able to see airplanes in the slavery days, huh? You tell me how they was able to see them airplanes in the slavery days. They replaying the antebellum and they gonna make antebellum. This area here was the first antebellum. So the third antebellum before the war is Eatonton, based on some event from 20 and 25 years ago. Uh-oh. Does anybody besides me? Where are you, King Ellis? Huh? No. Have they forgotten? Do they still love him? Huh? Would you take a real stand? Because this internet business is not doing a thing. Huh? Before that, will you be born again? Huh? Because they got plans. Do you want the land? You see what they did the first time and the second time. And you gonna be attached to the land? You are. Huh? When they snatched it up and then made a whole antebellum trail from the heart of Eatonton. I don't know if anybody could even comprehend the significance when you sit there all high and mighty on y'all platforms. They are not a part of us. They are I'm just saying, this their last and final will, because ain't nowhere in that work and nowhere. Even Ezekiel say that paperwork right there ain't finna happen. That right there ain't gonna happen. You may want to choose another place to be, the Eatonton antebellum, huh? Let me finish. They in slavery days picking cotton, looking at planes flying by and trying to figure out, was we seen a spaceship or what? But see, she can remember. She the only one that can remember. The other ones, they can't remember. They can't even remember. They can't even halfway remember. They so caught up in the dollar bills, and they so caught up in having truths and vows. They so caught up in pyramid schemes, and they so caught up in Hollywood. They so caught up in going back to a land that possibly don't belong to them, because that is Jerusalem. This is Judah. Huh? They is caught up in all types of things but the right thing, huh? By the time the government roll out that paperwork before the census of the voting, because they're going to roll it out with the voting. Is you born again or not? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Play it.
Is the plan. We go tonight.
911, what is your emergency?
She got a red button, not a black butterfly. She got a red butterfly. How many tentacles hanging from that moth? That ain't no, it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, with some little drips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now let me go to what else I had up here. The meaning of antebellum. So the definition out of Merriam-Webster's dictionary: antebellum, existing before the American Civil War. Antebellum houses, antebellum South. Examples of sentences. The first known use of antebellum was 1826. Antebellum means before the war. They got it highlighted, not me. But it isn't widely associated with the U.S. Civil War of 1861 through 1865 until after the conflict was over. So antebellum is a word that has to do with before the war. And then, okay, like this that I'm reading out, the General Georgia Assembly, in regards to, did I lose that page? Where did it go? Special session. Where did it go? Oh, goodness. Here we go. That their response to name an Eaton Putnam chambers, their halls, to name it the founding of Georgia's antebellum for this time around, based on business that was taken care of 25 years ago, not 100 years ago, not 200 years ago, not cotton picking days, not coming off with the boats, none of that, not meeting up with Indians, none of that. All revolves around events of groundbreaking era 25 years ago. And because of the success of a 20-year ago event, they will hold the honorary time after time history of being the new antebellum. So I don't have to go into what is antebellum slavery. Unless if I'm saying this to you and you are listening and you're hearing me, you're knowing that this antebellum slavery is a reoccurring event that's about to go down. But this time is the last time, because this time it is based on your soul. It is based on your light code. It is based on your choosing out of all the stellars all over the world. Let me type in Stella again for you. That's one of the builds you missed over here. And I know you know what Stella is, Latrell Tinwell. But for repetitive, not stellar in that event. See that? Star. What stellar mean in the Bible? What stellar means in Greek? The pillar. Stellar are the stones where all the histories about the stars are written. Okay? Was I sharing that tab? Now I'm going to veer off a bit and go to July 17th. And I'm not going to say again why I'm choosing July 17th as my born again celebration. I wish I could just look in. I should look in the camera. I mean, I really should. I should just take and let y'all just look at you right now. But I didn't want this to be about my face today. But July 17th has more significance than June 26th. They always could call me blaspheming, and I'm blaspheming Latrell Tinwell. July 17th has more significance than June 26th. And they didn't kill him. Coroner's records are discoverable in Colorado. But he never died. So July 17th, the 12 inhabitants, North African Christians, July 17th. I'm doing right now. I'm not sharing the tab. Sharing events of July 17th. Let's see. Let's just go through and see what events are replaying or will replay. The skeleton martyrs were a company of 12 North African Christians who were executed for their beliefs on July 17th, 180 AD. The martyrs take their name from Scylla or Scillium. Look like sand to me. The sands of the hourglass. So is the Numidia, the town of Numidia, Northwest Africa, the Tunisia, Libya, Liberian girl. Oh, yep, look at them. They look colored to me. They say in the Acts, the sand martyrs are considered to be the earliest documents of the Church of Africa and also the earliest specimen of Christian Latin. Yeah, they got Marcus Garvey up in there. That ain't the real. They see that's where they throw in the museum stuff here. That ain't the real. The Gauls, the Abigails, Commodores, the son of the Commodores. See, that's fake mess right there. Up to date. The line of the Commodores songs. St. Augustine, we going down to Florida. The Ark Martyr. Find the past St. Augustine. You will find the hippo. Hungry hippo. Where the prototype. Here they got the museum prototype, but the fact of the matter remains, Tamare. Over here, Judah. Acts of the what? So it's about 12. It says 7 men and 5 women. Oh, so these people that got killed up here, the 12 martyrs, wasn't just men. Okay, their names was Spiritus, spare me. There was a Narcissus, a Sentienus, a V2, Vetrius, a Felix the cat, Aquilinus, Latinus, Januarianus, Generositas, Vestia, Donata, and Secunda. Segunda, Donata, Vestia, Generosa. It looked like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August the 12 fingers. Let me see what it says. These it says 2, the number 2. 2 of these bear Punic names. It's a Punic. Nastor, Zalus, and Centinus. But the rest were Latin names. So it's like it's only 2 real niggers in there, 6 had already been tried and proven, tried and true, 6 already been tried. 6 fingers out the 12 already been tried. Of the remainder, to those whom acted primarily related to Spiritus, was the principal spokesman. He claimed for himself and his companions that they had lived a quiet, moral life, paying their dues and doing no wrong to their neighbors. But when called upon to swear by the name of the emperor, he replied, I recognize not the emperor of this world. We don't get down with the government. Get down. We don't care about who you is up there with your high authorities, We don't care how many times you do your seances around the Great Oak, We don't care about your commerce, We don't care about you. We don't care about none of that. It said he was living kind in the neighborhood, smiling at everybody. Hello, until the government came down and said, hey, who you think you're talking to? Oh, we don't recognize you. You is not the empire of this world, but rather do I serve that God whom no man has seen, nor with these eyes can see. The response was a reference to the language of 1 Timothy. To the reply of the question, what are these things in your satchel? He said, books and letters of Paul, just a just man. So July 17th is a celebration of 12. It was 5 women and 7 men. 5 women and 7 men. What else happened around July 17th? Let's see. Oh, somebody was elected Pope for dead. The past, present, and future popes for dead. Look, he was elected Pope and died 23 days later. You know, that's what's going to happen. It's written in history. It's written in history that whoever is going to be elected 23 days later, they're going to fall to the wayside. They're going to fall to the wayside. What else? It's written. I ain't got nothing to do with this stuff that is written in prophetic Religious documents. They can't get mad. They can't hold me accountable for nothing that is written. The Fourth Crusade. Oh, goodness. Look at this Babylonian history full of Babylonian errors. They look at them striking poses. You know it's fake. They were striking poses. Recapture the Muslims, control the city of Jerusalem. First defeating the powerful Egyptian Ayu al-Salanate. See, they trying to replay, huh? Yeah, last time with y'all fake narratives, fairy tales, and simulations. Battle of Castilians. Yep. We and right here, it ain't no we. I know what antebellum mean now. I know exactly what it mean. That movie was a perfect. Harvard School of Dental Medicine was discovered. This where they start digging in our teeth and taking our teeth when it wasn't necessary. You know, you could, if I go right now to where we grew up and start digging in the dirt at the front of the projects, I bet you I could find all my teeth. Huh? Vega became the first star other than the sun to be photographed. Wait, in 1850, they was taking photographs in 1850. So Vega became the first star to be photographed other than the sun. What kind of history? So you mean to tell me the first photograph of anything in the sky, the first star to actually be photographed other than the sun, meaning stars didn't exist? Could it possibly mean that stars did not exist? They were shams, huh? They were shams. If stars, the first star to be taken a picture of other than the sun, when they was already taking pictures, could it possibly mean that stars didn't come into effect until they took the first picture of a star? One more time, because see, I'm not sharing it. I wasn't sharing the screen. So you know that I'm not making it up. So does this make sense to anybody? Wasn't they documenting the stars according to their history all these years? Huh? And when they first had cameras and was holding cameras up, taking pictures of the moon and all that, they got pictures of the moon way back when, before 1850. So you mean to tell me the first picture of a star didn't get taken until 1850? How Stella got her groove back, Latrell? How Stella got her groove back if they didn't take a picture of a first star until 1850? That wasn't that long ago. That wasn't even 100 years before my grandmother was born. And my grandmother can talk about, she's still here to talk about her grandmother. So her grandmother was alive, and obviously something went wrong, because they say the first photograph of a star was Vega other than the sun. So let me click Vega. We're going to Vegas. That's why everything wrong come out of Vegas, huh? Vegas was the first star to be photographed. On the night of July 16th through 17th, Whipple and Bond made the first daguerreotype. Daguerreotype. What's a daguerreotype? What is a daguerreotype? Not stereo. It's a daguerreo. So let me look at this. The first star other than the sun to be taken, the first picture of a star wasn't taken until 1850. First star didn't come into effect, meaning After the first photograph, then all of a sudden another star appeared and another star appeared, and the Shams Stella got its groove back. It says, when John William Draper took image of the moon using a daguerreotype type process on July 17th, 1840, John William Draper took an image of the moon. On July 17th, 1850, Vega became the first star other than the sun to be photographed when it was imaged by William Bond you into this simulation. James Bond, which Bond, and John Adams Whipple at Harvard College Observatory. Also with a daguerreotype. In August 1872, Henry Draper took a photograph of Vega's spectrum. The first photograph of a star's spectrum showing absorption lines. Similar lines had already been identified in the spectrum of the sun. We're going to focus on the sun now. The sun, the moon, and the stars, July 17th, the rotation, the size and comparison of Vega and the sun. Who is Dark Vega? Dark Vega. We trapped in through dark. They thought it was the moon that's holding and trapping people into something, but it's Dark Vega. Dark Vega is the stellar trapping people into this antebellum, What is this? Dwarf planet-sized objects that may have contributed to the dust ring around Vega. Yeah. Yep. Look, look at the sign. It's comes out of this the Solomon's temple of the fake Israel. They are Vultar Cadens and Benny Hannian and stars. See? Oh, Ezekiel. There it is. 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 Medieval astrologers counted Vega as one of the Ben-Henian stars. And that Ben-Henian is a word that came out yesterday in Ezekiel. Let me see. Ezekiel 11. Yep. Ezekiel 11, verse 1. There's the 11. There's the 111. Ezekiel 11, verse 1. So Vega is the head honcho stars of the demons. That's where they come from, right out of there. This is where they trapped people in, got people focusing on the moon, and the moon ain't nothing. It's Vega. It's Vega. The symbol, the break is Vega. Look at the magnitude, the solar luminosity of stars and galaxies. There they go with all they weird, strange numbers. Yep, I need to write this down on my way to Eaton. I'm just going there on business. I'm going to visit. No, you know what? I might not make it to Eaton. The store might make it to Eaton before I do. Okay. All right. All right. Weaver girl. Vega is called a Weaver girl. Mother Zehu. Let me get out of Vega. Let me get out of Vegas. You want to go to Vegas? You could go to Vegas. I'm not going to Vegas right now. I'm concentrating on the new antebellum that they trying to bring forth. If y'all let them put that, those who talking about they staying and being attached to the land without killing that what they raising right now. I'm talking about on a spiritual level. Just the words and the thought alone coming out of the Georgia Assembly, raising Eatonton as the Stella of the Antebellum because of events 25 to 20 years ago. What else? What else happened? The Jacobsons come from Mars, out of Paris. Peter III of Russia. Water music. Bloody Falls Massacre. Oh, this were the Indians with the Chippewyans. Chief Montanebbe traveling as a guide to Samuel Hearn on his Arctic overland massacres of groups of unexpected Inuits. Oh my goodness. Kingdom of Spain cedes the territory of Florida, July 17th. There go Juan Ponce de Leon coming in, saying can be traced when the first Pale Indians began to inhabit the peninsula as early as 14,000 years ago. They left behind artifacts and archaeological evidence. Florida's written history begins with the arrival of Europeans on July 17th. Way back then, huh? Yep. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? All this going to sleep. All this finna be put to sleep. All this gonna be put to sleep. They had another bloody Sunday. The Nazi parties, July 17, 1932. It's all going to sleep. But this time, huh? You know, going to sleep. They going to sleep. Going straight to sleep. Republic of Finland, they crossed sideways with blue, huh? What else happened? The British royal family would bear the surname Windsor. Oh, all that happened July 17th, huh? Going to sleep. Pope for dead. What else? What else? What else? Potsdam. World War II. Huh? The nations came together. Harry's, Truman, Joseph's. All this happened July 17th, 1945. Ain't no antebellum. Just like Elon ain't gonna make it to Mars. Elon don't even exist, y'all. Do y'all know Elon is a whole simulation? Disneyland came into effect. It opened for the first time July 17th. Huh? Yep. Okay, so that's why Coroner Records is showing July 17th. Oh, no, that's a day of being born again. You can't kill the light. Small boy test, little fella came into effect. The Operation Sunbeam. Everything is about the sun, huh? Operation Sunbeam out of Nevada, July 17th. Going to sleep, huh? No more. Going to sleep. Going to sleep. What else happened? Who is this Abdul Muhammad? What happened to you? The third president of Iraq. You came into effect July 17th. Going to sleep. Overthrown. What else? Who is this coming? He was overthrown by Hassan al-Bakr. Gone to sleep. Gone to sleep. And all this history, all this stuff that they want to store in the antebellum. Going to his Muhammad Zahir. Going to sleep. Apollo, first testers of Apollo. July 17, 1975, millions around. People watched them. Millions of people had TVs. Millions of people watched 1975. Apollo and Soviet Union spacecraft docked together. Went to orbit. But sleep. Going to sleep. East Timor annexed. What province of Indonesia? July 17th. What else? Summer Olympics. What happened? It happened in Montreal, huh? That's when it started. 25 African teams boycotted the games of the New Zealand's participation. Contrary to the rulings by other international organizations, the IOC had declined to exclude New Zealand's because of their participation in South African sporting events during apartheid. They had protesting Africans back then. Hey, we belong in the Summer Olympics. No, you didn't in the first place. Nicaragua, what this is what happened here? Whatever it's saying, they talking about 2021. Flees to Miami, Florida. Who comes to Miami, Florida? 6.14 million, population of 6.14 million. Florida is the core of a much larger metropolitan area. Wait a minute. Anastasia. Wasn't we just talking about Anastasia? Tachito Somoza Dubai was the 53rd president of Nicaragua from 1967 to 1972 and began in 1974, blah, blah, blah. He was not the de jure ruler. Dictator. He was a dictator. He resigns and flees to Miami, and he took over Little Havana. And they said, this is Little Havana, not Little Nicaragua. What happened? 114 people got killed in 1981. Structure fails. The walls came tumbling down. There we go. Walls came tumbling down. July 17th. And look at all the different events that they show on this day that the wall came tumbling down. Look at this. Look at this picture right here. Look. When the wall came tumbling down at the height of society's change, this is the pictures that they show to represent that day. Look. Pope for dead. Look at that computer. I remember being in 7th grade, 12 years old, sitting with them teaching us how to program a computer. Talking about type, run, go, stop. What is this? What's that a picture of? Them trying to say that's the sun and plasma coming from it, or DNA, or what? What is that supposed to be? This is what the structure of the family is supposed to be. Who is that got shot right there and killed? I mean, that ain't Reagan, is it? I don't know. Whatever that is, they show, yep, that's Reagan. I don't remember the scene looking like that. But if that's what they put it, first case of HIV/AIDS begins in the United States on July 17, 1981, July 17th, the first case of AIDS. The first case. The first microcomputer, July 17, 1981. 1,000 civilians from El Mozote, 1981. Yep, okay. All right. Okay. Holy See Poland. Not Holy, SEA, Holy See Poland. Eureka. July 17th. B2 Spirit. I thought B2 was a tablet that they say we need to take. Oh, B12. The Northrop B2 Spirit. Don't that look like a spaceship? All this time they making y'all thinking spaceships ain't nothing but bombers, been stealth mode. They said 1989, when y'all was thinking spaceships, y'all was in the cotton fields looking up, talking about, oh, look at that spaceship. And when that was nothing but something else we created. Here you go. See there? There, right there. That looked just like, there was a spaceship came over and stood right over. How come they only show themselves to particular people? That's the same people who see ghosts. They're the same people that see spirits and stuff. Look, Latrell, have you ever seen a ghost? You ever seen dead people? You ever seen a ghost? I didn't. I've never seen a spirit, a ghost, a entity, and nothing like that. I seen light being. I seen them that one time. They left me behind. I whimpered. I was like, please don't go. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Huh? And they was gone. After that, all this other stuff. Where? What dead people? What else happened? Papua New Guinea earthquake triggers a tsunami that destroys 10 villages, but they survived. They still do all of their big witchcraft out of Papua New Guinea. Look at that phoenix rising. 2,700 people died, but they came back to life out of Papua New Guinea. What else? A plane suddenly crashes. It didn't go down slow. You know how the plane just goes. No, this one says suddenly. As soon as it took off, all of a sudden it crashes. They had like no warning or something. July 17, 2000, killing 60 people. That means somebody survived, because I know they seated more than 60 people on a Alliance Boeing's airplane. Yeah, a Boeing seated more than 60 people. They say 60 people. It don't say including the the airline pilot. Concorde brought back the service July 2000 crash. Oh, somebody was brought back into service after a crash. Something got killed, 109 people, but somebody came back into, oh, Concorde. Oh, okay. Don't drink the wine, huh? Okay, so they had took them out of service. 2006 tsunami. And they called it the intensity perceived of light. It said this moment, the magnitude of 7.7 perceived of light. What is they talking about? What is this they talking about? 7.7 and a maximum perceived intensity of light on a Richter scale. A perceiving earthquake of light. Wait, what? So they trying to say an earthquake happened and some type of light that hit so hard in the Indian Ocean and caused a tsunami. So a laser came down. But that ain't stopped Prime Minister Bodie. He was right up and running all over again. That ain't stopped nothing. They came up and running in the next couple of weeks. They was back to selling all they foods and having their tourist attractions and stuff. Yep. They didn't stay down long. They was reborn. They was reborn again. High-speed train crashes. Eric Garner is killed by a police officer, and Daniel Patello. See, they always want to come with this to remind you of something. Eric Garner. Always. It's more than just one or two. They always pick a specific one. He always got to have on a white tee or something. Some type of, they don't even be dressed. So how come they don't never show this happening to a man in a business suit? Huh? 215, at least 120 people killed and injured in a suicide bombing. What? Where? Suicide bombing in Iraq? I bet they didn't shut that plane down. What plane is that? Where that happened at? Was that a Boeing plane? Was that a Boeing Constrictor? Was it? And how come they showing people jumping off a boat if it happened on a plane? Why? I'm just saying, it's showing people jumping off a boat. Who is Scott Shepard? Moons of Jupiter. Oh, wait. Announces the team has discovered dozens of irregular moons of Jupiter. They have Jupiter has 95 moons and we can't see none of them. Just like I asked artificial intelligence yesterday, I said, artificial intelligence, I need you to be real. I said, all this stuff they say about what's out there in those stars and planets isn't all that theory, because they have never touched down on none of that stuff out there that they keep talking out, taking these fake pictures and showing, right? They all shams. It's only one true light source. Everything else didn't come into effect till they didn't take a picture of the first star until 1850, and then all of a sudden all the other shams showed up. Yep. Yep. July 17th. You just coming in? Have you been watching? Have you been listening? This right here may be just as important to you. And since they don't listen to me, you could just go ahead and carry this message, huh? You could carry this message to all the ones that you know, King Ellis. Just this message alone, not what grandma is saying, nothing else besides Georgia's attempt to make Etatin. Here, I'm just going to show it and you can read it for yourself, just in case. Here, let's share this tab. And I'm going to say it, and I know you know what this means. I'm going to say it, and I know you're going to know what this means. July 17th has more prevalence and authority over June 26th. July 17th has more prevalence than June 26th. Okay? And if they were to do any type of celebration, what they need to do is go as visitors. Because they said to all the world, just go and celebrate. I would show up there. I didn't show up when they went to California. Some things happened. I had little stuff, issues, hospital, whatever. And then it was never meant in the first place. But I promise you, I would show up if everybody right at the last minute said, let's go to Eaton and go visit their downtown area. Let's go. Let's go to Eaton and celebrate them becoming the heart of the antebellum. You know what antebellum means. I don't have to go over that with you. You well versed and well educated. What is this? What is this? See this? Can you see the screen? You see the screen? Don't go. People, don't leave. Those who over here, the 4 that was here, don't leave. Stay. Come back. Come back. Open PDF. Open this PDF. Because I need y'all to see it so clear. Now I wish I had a printer. I don't have my printer. My printer is still somewhere else. What? You see that? Because of a 25-year ago event, 20 years ago, King Ellis, they are making them honorary. Wait, am I sharing the right screen? I want to share this screen right here. Honorary role of founding Georgia's Antebellum Trail 20 years ago. Look, DuckDuckGo said your browser has lost connection to your screen sharing audio. I ain't sharing no audio. They want me to shut up? Where they do that at? Who put this hit out right here? They are actually, and I bet you they're gonna follow through. They're gonna follow through. The new antebellum. Remember yesterday? The day before yesterday, I didn't know that this existed. This only came into effect and came into my thought and my view and my tunnel vision because I was looking at all the laws that they're about to roll out in Georgia for July 1st. And I'm talking about the stuff they rolling out. It looked like the rest of the earth ain't even gonna exist. So I never even got to go and look at the other stuff that I was reading earlier. I just typed in special rules And this is what came up. Special resolutions. So since they say right here, they say this organization has provided valuable leadership, revitalization of the downtown Edenton for promoting community to visitors from across the country and around the world. That part right there is the part where we should take a pilgrimage to visit. You know, that's it. A pilgrimage just to visit the downtown area of the new Antebellum before the Soul War. Because no matter what your plans and plot is for any land and property, as long as this go forth, it ain't never going to happen. Now, that's paperwork. And I'm going to close out on that. Do you still love me? Take 1 minute. Do you still love me? After all we've been through, do you still love me? Do you love me? Do you still love me? I will show up. I will make it to that. I will make it. If I gotta walk, I might as well start walking now. No, they'll kill me along the way. But I'll go to that. Go ahead. Start sending the message. Phase 1. Phase 1. Look, phase 1. Phase 1. All fallen Nawapian nations, all branches, Moorish, every branch, everybody. It's for anybody that accepts, But there's a particular, and I never even got to Ezekiel and Ezekiel match, but at least I took some of the stuff that is in this and showed you where it's at in Ezekiel. I'll get back to Ezekiel later. From New York to California, from as far as the east to the west. They say we gonna show you. We gonna show you. They done chose the new Antebellum because of an event that happened in Edenton when the dirt ground broke, the air broke. And whatever event that happened 20 years within the 25, between the 25 and 20 years, they said because of your trail and your stellar work of stopping the coming like it is written. But see, just like that part was written, the rest is written. The rest is written. This ain't going down, but I would love to just go take a journey and stand there before it all crumbles. Because that ain't happening. I'm just saying. I'm speaking it because it's written. And God is going to keep his promise to me. He's going to keep all that. Don't you see how things are just playing out? Just right in order. In decency and order. In decency. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God provided the perfect solution before the foundations of this plane. Greater light, King Ellis. Greater light, Latrell Tinwell. Greater light, and all the others that came through and was hanging out, and is scared. Don't be afraid. Don't you dare, when you come to grandma's house, just sit back and relax and don't stay. You can eat and go. Just eat and go. That's what we normally do. We go, grandma, what you got in the refrigerator? And run. Right? That's how we do it. That's how you do. Greater light.